Hi, it's Phil Bajura here at Action Coach Business Steps, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about my mulberry bush here and how over a period of about 5 years I just let it grow. And I want to liken this to a business. So you may or may not have heard people speak about a business is like a tree. It's either growing or it's dying. And when you take these and put them together, there are so many similarities. So, as I mentioned, with the mulberry bush tree that we have here, I hadn't paid much attention to it for about 5 years, as I said. And what tended to happen over that 5 years is that it just kept growing. It kept growing at wherever it wanted to grow to, and in the end it became so big that even by getting out a tall step ladder, I really struggled to be able to get up to it and shape it the way that I wanted it to go. So the little shed over here beside me, it had grown so wide it was actually starting to brush on the shed. Now, how does all this relate to business? The same thing can happen in your business. Is as you're growing, if you're not taking particular attention to how it's growing, what areas it's growing in, what direction each of the different arms in the business is taking, then it can quite quickly get out of control. So how do you fix this? So what I did was I got the chainsaw out and I trimmed it right back to the bare basics. And I've delayed making this video to allow the bush to start coming back again. So it's now reaching that point where I've already done one lot of trimming. So I've trimmed it and shaping it to the way that I want it to grow so that it looks nice and neat and that it's going to serve the purpose as a showpiece for us. Again, bringing this back to the business analogy, it's the same with any business. There comes a time where you do need to trim it back to nothing. Trim it back to the bare basics and then start to grow the business and shape it the way that you need for it to grow in a sustainable manner. So now that I've trimmed this tree back, I can now control it, providing that I pay attention to it at the end of autumn each year when it drops its leaves, and I can start to trim and shape and thin it so that it will last us for a lifetime and be the shape in our backyard that we get the most enjoyment from. So again, bring it back to the business analogy. This is where your business, be it big, small, whether it's growing or dying, there comes a time where you need to reshape it, refocus everything about your business so that you can get it back into the control that you need so that you can run your business productively, efficiently, and profitably.